How's it going, everyone? Ismael Martin Suarez. I am so excited to be running for California governor and winning in November 2026. I am going to be California's first AI governor. What does that mean? I'm going to lead California into the artificial intelligence age. California is going to be the state that leads the union. What you're going to find out right away is nobody's talking about artificial intelligence. Everybody's talking about, the good and the bad about California, but nobody's talking about the elephant in the room, and that is automation. Now, you could do a Google search, is AI going to take my job? And for some of you, the answer is yes. For many of you, not for quite a while, like plumbers. Artificial intelligence is not going to take your job. You've got to, clean a pipe, get under a sink, get under the house, those kind of labor-intensive jobs, like an auto mechanic, or someone changing your oil, somebody putting a new roof on your house, construction, welding. Those labor-intensive careers, those would be very difficult for artificial intelligence to take over. Now, can some of that eventually get automated? Perhaps, but I'm not really sure. I can't see that happening. Now, if you're in, let's say, an administrative where there's a lot of digital assets being used, like spreadsheets, CRMs, digital marketing, anything that's digital information absolutely can be outsourced to artificial intelligence. And so what that means is you need to understand artificial intelligence, embrace it, learn some new skills, and add them to your repertoire, your resume. Because those who don't adapt are going to get left behind initially until they realize, oh, I guess I got to learn something. I got to pick something up. And what the trend is right now is using AI to build AI. Use AI to modify your output with AI. So let's say that you've been brainstorming on ChatGPT and looking for some copyright for your website. Well, then you can take that and you can copy and paste it into Claude AI, which is known for copywriting. That's one of its strengths. ChatGPT, brainstorming. So you copy and paste that into Claude, and Claude will redo it and revamp it and improve it. And there are other softwares that you can use to do it twice or three times. You can have AI look at your website. You could have AI look at your competitor's website. Let's do a comparison against your three most top-rated competitors against your website and ask AI to write a landing page. One of the guys, there's this guy, I don't want to mention his name right now. He did that with his website, and his conversion went up like nearly 400%. And it only took him about 20 minutes to make that happen. And I think another 10 minutes just to finalize everything. So within a half hour, he was able to get the copy and the look that led to a 400% conversion rate on his landing site. Right? Okay. So, but, I'm going to be using artificial intelligence to solve a lot of problems. And I'm going to use artificial intelligence to help our government uh, run more smoothly, more efficient, more effective. So what does that look like? It looks like embracing the tools that are available to help government employees maximize their efforts. We want to embrace it. We want to utilize it. And most likely, most of the people are going to find themselves getting a lot of work done. So I'm not opposed to a 30-hour work week, 35-hour work week, because they got their work done and pay them for a 40-hour work week. Eventually, over the next, 10, 15 years, that is going to be a phenomenon. You could literally get your work done in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. If you got 6 hours of time freedom, you still get paid for 40. Now, I know that sounds kind of, maybe out there, but we've got to do something. You can't, cut 6 hours out of your day and say, well, I'm sorry, time to punch out, you get paid for 2 hours. Right? That is going to be a problem. And I don't want to lead or go down the, universal income, because that will cause a bigger problem. Like, who gets it, who qualifies, who doesn't, um, what about, how do you make a profit? And so we are going to struggle through a period of where we come together and meet in the middle. Government to corporate America to small business owners, how do we find a happy medium? Because things today in 2025 are going to be completely different in 2035. And so I hope to be an example, to be a leader, that moving forward, California is the leader in a blueprint, even a collaboration blueprint. We don't want to, be by ourselves. We don't want to think that, we're the be all and end all, and not take input from others who may know something that we don't. Knowledge, you don't know everything. And through collaborating, you contribute something, someone contributes something to you, and you guys just kind of figure it out, and it clicks. And so, yeah, we want to lead. Yes, we want to lead, but we're not stuck up. We don't got our nose in the air. We don't think we're the be all and end all. We are open to collaboration. Our ears are open, our eyes are open to collaborate. We want California to lead, and to lead, you have to have humility, right? You need some humility. And so I'm going to use artificial intelligence to solve a lot of problems. And I'm just going to read real quickly some of the aspects that I'm going to be solving for California, using artificial intelligence and bringing some bright minds together. Our water. There is plenty of water for all of California. Fires. We can drastically reduce the fires in California. And the ideas are not new, they're old, right? Housing. We can reduce the cost of housing. The ideas are not new, they're old. To reduce the housing costs, we need to build more homes. We need to make it easier to build more homes. And homes need water. We need more water, we can have more homes. Housing insurance. When we're reducing the chance of fires, natural disasters, we reduce the claims that insurance companies have to bear. Because believe it, they have to make a profit so that they can stay in business. If the fires are extreme, and often they can't afford to be here, so they have to leave. It's just dollars and cents. Energy. California should be leading in energy, not decreasing its energy output. Our decreasing energy output is going to show up, and it's going to be painful by 2030 because one or two refineries are going to be offline, and that is going to hurt. So we want to reverse those trends, and we want to be energy abundant, fruitful. We don't want to, import energy from out of state or out of the country. We want to produce our own energy, produce our own jobs, and just be fruitful in California. We want to lead from the front, not from behind. Education. Education is going to change from what we know it now because artificial intelligence can be a good teacher and can help you develop new skills and help your kids develop new skills. And so and that's going to allow parents to be more involved in their children's education, which I think is a good thing because everybody's learning. There's more time to learn things about art and science, music, or gymnastics or ballet, or you have more time because artificial intelligence has made your day more productive and more efficient, and so you have more leisure time to pursue arts and crafts or something. All right, let's go for it. Infrastructure. Our infrastructure system, I live in Orange County, California, and our highways, our freeways, our roads, they need maintenance. And I'm going to use AI to figure out a way how we can make it less cost prohibitive to make improvements in our highways. All right? You drive the highways, you drive the freeways, you know what I'm talking about. We're going to have beautiful cities, clean, beautiful cities where we all enjoy them together. Homelessness. This is really big in California. There are more homeless people in California than anywhere in the nation. We're going to use artificial intelligence to tackle homeless, and I've got some ideas I'll share about that later. Medical insurance costs. With the rise of AI and its beginning ability to diagnose, is going to help doctors, and it's going to help you. I mean, can you imagine just walking up, showing some pictures of yourself, or just doing this live video feed, and it begins to have some ideas of what's happening, and it just sends a digital message to your doctor before you show up, and your doctor just listens to the audio, look at some pictures, gets a good idea, and then you have the examination, right? Think about the efficiency in that and how that can reduce costs, because maybe you can do something naturally to change the trend, or maybe you need a prescription. But it's going to help physicians in the medical field be a lot more effective and efficient with people and with processes. So let's embrace it. The other thing is I'm looking to have our own Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, right? And let's just, look at some things and see where we can make incremental improvements. This is not something that's going to be done in 6 months. There are massive contracts, there are agreements already in place, there are vendors already in place, agreements, but we can renegotiate, we can make improvements, we can make things better. Even in less than 4 years, we can make things better. Imagine what we can do by 2035. Um, and I may or may not be your governor. I may or may not have a second term. We'll see. But at least I set a pattern, a path, a direction that if I don't run for a second term and win, hopefully we've laid some good foundation for the next governor to go forward. And who knows, that just might be you. Okay, well, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. This is Ismael Martin Suarez, running for governor. Looking to see you at the finish line November 2026.